Yo, what's going on, guys? 9.1 here, PTR. I'm looking at all the new BM Hunter PvP talents that we've gotten so far, and just pretty much my thoughts, my opinions, what's going to happen, what we're looking at in 9.1 with arena wise. Really, I'm going to be covering a few things like rated battlegrounds. I got some comments on that with these talents too. But the Beast Within, this got changed actually. Bestial Wrath inspires you and all nearby allied pets, increasing attack speed by 10% and providing immunity to fear and horror effects. Now, maybe this takes you out of fears too. That's what it sounds like. On retail, this does not take you out of fears. It takes your pets out of fears. That'd be really good. I think that'd be super good and super cool, especially if you have 3 stacks making your pets attack 90% faster, plus this 10%. Your pets are going to be going nuts. They will be going crazy. Now, it also says all nearby allied pets. Can you imagine if that stacked with hunter pets? If you had 2 BM hunters or something, that'd be kind of cool. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Let's go. Chimaeral Sting. This one can be decent. It does a decent amount of chunk of damage for BM Hunter here. Stings the target, dealing 36, 58 damage, nature damage, and initiating a series of venoms. Each lasts 3 seconds and applies the next effect from the previous one. Ends. So it pretty much, you press it and it puts Scorpid Venom on there for 3 seconds, which reduces the movement speed by 90%. And then right after that ends, Spider Venom goes on there for 3 seconds, silencing the target. And then after that ends, Viper Venom goes on, which gives 20% reduced damage and healing. Now that can be pretty good in my opinion versus like Warlock teams. Not for the movement speed really too much, but it's going to silence them and then make them do 20% reduced damage. The healing is not going to be really anything, because if you're playing 3s, you're going to be playing what? Jungle, I'm guessing, and they get an MS already, and it's just gonna counter pretty much, unless you're playing like Cupid or something, that's another story. Now I can see this being good as well in our rated battleground. If you're in a flag carrying map, the flag carrier is running past, the enemy FC is running past, and the healers are chasing their tank, and you can pretty much just slap this on them. It's gonna 90% reduce slow them. It's gonna stick them way back here and then silence them where they can't heal it, and then they have 20% reduced healing as well. That's where another place will be good. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it too much. We're going to have to see how that one works out. Sounds okay though. I like adding new PvP talents, always cool. Tranquilizing Darts, interrupting or removing effects with Tranquilizing Shot and Counter Shot, releases 8 darts at nearby enemies, each reducing the duration of a beneficial magic effect by 4 seconds. Now, what this means is if you kick a Resto Druid, or anybody with a Resto Druid hot healing over time effect on him, or purge him with Tranquilizing Shot, it's going to take off 4 seconds of all of his abilities, pretty much, all of his healing over time effects. So his rejuvenation is going to go from 20 seconds to 16 seconds. You do it twice, it's going to go to 12 seconds instantly, right off the bat. And this is going to make Resto Druids go so I think this is insane for us. Yeah, Resto Druid is something we kind of struggle with if we don't have another CC to let us help us land a trap, And then they're always Maldraxxus, so they are just hard to CC. Your Feral Druid jumps to him to stun, and he just plush crafts it. So it's pretty difficult to CC Resto Druid, so we're kind of getting a counter to that. I made a special video for this actually, and it just destroys Overgrowth, completely takes it off. Like the second I put it on, started casting and tested it out with the interrupt and purge, and it just took the complete thing off. Now next one. Wild Kingdom. Call in help from one of your dismissed cunning pets for 10 seconds. Your current pet is dismissed to rest and heal for 30 seconds of 30% of maximum health. 1 minute cooldown. Do I like this? It's okay. Honestly, could have been better though. The thing is, Blizzard seen that BM hunters are having problems with their pets, because on retail my Raptor has 28,000 health. The only thing I have for it is Min Pet. 50% of its health over 10 seconds. That's 14,000 healing over 10 seconds. Now, let me do a little math here. People do more than 14,000 damage over 10 seconds. they destroy pets, and you have to have your healer just targeting your pet, and then you can accelerate with your pet as well. It heals your pet too, but it's just, if they're just focusing your pet like crazy, it's not, they can kill it. And then you have a 4-second resurrect on your pet, and they can just interrupt, stun you, interrupt, and it's pretty much a force turtle res. And if they kill your pet again, pretty much lose the game. You have to try to feign death and camo and run away to try to get it out. It's really hard, especially versus Windwalker monks that can just knock your turtle, and it's really stupid. So it's kind of annoying how they add this, but how they could have just reduced the cast time on revive pet, or made it where your pet has more health, or it doesn't die as easily, or min pet does more healing. But you know, anything's better than nothing. So whatever. Okay, so Kindred Beast. This is why Beast Mastery I think is going to be really good for I mean, sorry, not Beast Mastery exactly, but Spirit Beast are going to be really good here back into 9.1, is because your command pet's unique ability cooldown is reduced by 50% and gains additional effects. And then Tenacity, Survival of the Fittest allies near your, I don't know, it's kind of, I think it's bugged out, it's not fixed properly, but allies near your pet take 1% less damage. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess that means, like, I really can't even guess what that means, honestly. But the reason I find this really good for Spirit Beast in 9.1 is because if you're playing with a Feral Druid, which is a very popular comp jungle, I have plenty of gameplay on my YouTube channel covering, you know, me just playing. I actually have a video going up today after this video goes up of me playing, so if you want to check that out, y'all sure can. And Feral Druids are actually getting Immortal Strike, so we're not going to need to run Raptors anymore if you're playing with Feral Druid. So what else do you play? Well, you're gonna play a pet that has more health. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna play a pet that has more health and does damage and does other things than Mortal Strike, because that's about the only thing you had him for. And here you know you're gonna want to. The thing is, you don't get Master Skull with the Spirit Beast, is the only downside about this. But you don't need that unless you're facing certain things, as in Boomkin Druids. You need it for your priest or whatever, your healer, to freedom them out of root beams, or you need Master Skull against warriors that are training you, maybe. Yeah, for extra kiting. It's really helpful. So this where'd it go? Kindred Beast here, it actually your main pet ability. So I'm gonna take it off real quick. Okay, so my Spirit Mend is a 30-second cooldown normally, but if I put this on, if I can find it here, it's now a 15-second cooldown. And this actually does a pretty, it says 1100 and over 10 seconds, but it's really more than that. It's like 1300, 1400 every tick for 10 seconds on a 15-second cooldown. It's only 5 seconds of downtime. That's pretty much the entire game you're rolling out. You constantly have a 1400 heal a second on whoever, you know, you're with. So you're going to be pumping out crazy amount of heals. These Spirit Beasts are actually a lot tankier. They're tanks. They have 38,000 health instead of 28,000 health. So your mid pet is also going to do a lot more healing. 3,300, 3,800, whatever. 3,800. This one has more health. It's my main pet. But anyways, it also has Spirit Pulse, and it removes, you know, one disease, one magic effect, and a poison effect from itself. So if it gets dots on itself every 5 seconds, it's pretty much just going to be dispelling itself. Really crazy. Really good. Your pet's pretty much just never going to die anymore. I think this is insane. So you're not going to really need this Wild Kingdom unless you're facing a Boomkin Druid maybe, or a warrior. You know, they might try to kill your pet there. You also get Spirit Walk here. He goes into stealth. The first attack receives 20% bonus damage. And you also get Survival of the Fittest. Reduces all damage you and your pets take by 20%. That's for 6 seconds. This one is a 1.5 minute cooldown. So yes, this is very good. I'm pretty sure survival of the fittest is normally 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. So this Kindred Beast is actually pretty insane in my opinion. It's going to be very good versus like Shadow Priest and Warlocks because he's constantly going to be dispelling himself. It's just very good in my opinion. This makes me really happy to see all these changes for Hunter because in 9.1 what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing and hearing is a very popular comp that's going to be a thing is going to be a Resto Druid, Frost Mage, and a Destruction Warlock, or an Affliction Warlock, or in Shadow Priest maybe, because they're going to be really dot heavy, and this kind of just, you know, this everything that I'm getting here is just countering that, and it's going to make me really good against that. My pet's not going to die. He can pretty much stay out in the open. I mean, he's going to get an agony on him. It's not going to stack. He's going to corruption. It's just instantly dispelled. You know, whatever it is, he's constantly going to be getting dispelled on him. He's also, I'm going to always have this heal, which will be insane versus any team. That will be so helpful. Very helpful. Very crazy. So what it looks like is I'm pretty much getting an ease of life whenever it comes to facing casters, even more so than what it was or is right now. But if you guys enjoyed this video, want to see more, if there's going to be any more, I'm going to go over it hopefully earlier. So videos like 2 days late or something. But hit the like button if you enjoyed, comment down what you think about all this, and hit the subscribe. Peace out.